Hello everybody, welcome back to my Loreplay series. This is Greeny McGee. And today, last time we took out this Vile Blood Crow Hunter guy. Today we're going to go back, take a look at a few items in the Hunter's Dream, and continue on in the Unseen Village. Alright, first... Oh, turn down my headphones a wee bit. Alright, first, let's look in our inventory. We got this rune, which is a really great rune. I like it a lot. Kill rune that transcribes humans every time. This red smudge rune means hunter and has been adopted by those who have been taken the Hunter of Hunters, oath. The watchmen admonish those who have become addled with blood. Be they men or beast, anyone who has threatened the pledgers of the Hunter Oath surely has an issue with blood. So, yeah, they are... they punish the... They don't punish. They hunt down the hunters who have kind of lost their mind. We also picked up a badge. It's the Crow Hunter badge. Where is the Crow Hunter badge? Whoops. Badge of Hunters who hunts those who have become addled with blood. The badge of a hunter of hunters is quietly passed down from generation to generation, usually an outsider from the hinterlands. To be entrusted with this cursed badge, one must be strong, resilient to the seduction of blood, and gracious when taking a comrade's life. Yeah, so we could choose to become a hunter of hunters, and we are... Oh, I don't think I've ever read Blood Dregs either, just real quick. Vile bloods of Canehurst, bloodlusting hunters see these frightful things in cold blood. They often appear in the blood of echo fiends, that is to say, the blood of hunters. Queen Annalise partakes in these blood dreg offerings so that she may one day bear a child of blood, the next vile blood heir. Yep. Okay. Crow Hunter badge also gave us access to some couple different Blade of Mercy. A special trick weapon passed down among hunters of hunters, one of the oldest weapons of the workshop. Splits into two when activated. The weapon's warp blades are forged with siderite, a rare mineral of the heavens, most effective in swift attacks, such as after a quick stepping. These are great weapons. I really, really like the Blades of Mercy, or the Blade of Mercy. Yeah. That's a mineral from space, basically, and it's been around for a long time. I think Hunter of Hunters is probably one of the first badges to come about, because with hunters also came beasts, and they knew that hunters were going to make fearsome beasts, so they knew that they had to train somebody, have somebody there to hunt them down. So they've been around for a long time. I don't think we got any new... Oh, we did get the Rose Marinus. Special weapon used by the choir, high-ranking members of the healing church. Sprays a cloud of sacred mist created by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Arias are heard wherever sacred mist is seen, proving that the mist is a heavenly blessing. Oh, fair maiden, why is it that you weep? I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. It's a very damaging weapon, though. It does. It's a... I've never used it personally, but it does a lot of damage. Wood carved mast of Eileen, the Crow Hunter of Hunters. The beak contains incense to mask scents of blood and beast. Hunters of Hunters dress as crows to suggest sky burial. The first Hunter of Hunters came from a foreign land and gave the dead a virtuous native funeral ritual, rather than impose a blasphemous Yarnum burial service upon them, with the hope that former compatriots might be returned to the skies and find rest in a hunter's dream. So yeah, hunters are outsiders, they're foreigners because they are called by the pale blood. They I don't know. This is the ties to Norse mythology that I was talking about. Sky burial. Eileen is kind of like a... What are they called? Like a Valkyrie, kind of. very cool stuff. I won't go super deep into that because it's kind of not game related, but it's just very interesting that she's very much like a Valkyrie. Attire worn by Eileen the Crow, Hunter of Hunters, known in particular for her crow feather cape. Hunters of Hunters dress as crows to suggest sky burial. Yeah, the Hunter's Dream is kind of like, I want to say Valhalla. I think that's Norse, which is cool. Like, yeah, the Hunter's Dream with all the graves. I think, don't quote me. I probably should have verified that before I started talking about it. But yeah, like Valhalla, I believe. All right. So that, I believe that takes care of everything item-wise that we need to look at. So here we are in the Advent Plaza of Yahargol Unseen Village. This is the School of Mensis in the back there. Today we're going to head on into the School of Mensis, the School of the Cycle of the Moon. These people were high-ranking members. Oh, snap. These are the Unseen Thinkers. And remember, the orphans were also Unseen Thinkers. They became... These people are all dead. You can tell. They're just dead. But we know from the gatekeeper, that death doesn't mean the end when you have lots of insight necessarily. You can still continue being like kind of like Obi-Wan. You can live in dreams with your insight, with that much insight, which is crazy. Also, we know it's no secret now. Gehrman is dead. Gehrman is trapped in the dream. Lawrence called down pale blood, trapped him in the dream, and left him there. Lawrence is an evil dude seeking self-gratification. I don't know, he only cares about himself, I think. And he'll do whatever it takes, even if it means sacrificing all of these people. We'll learn more about what this is as we go through this. This is the second floor of the lecture building. Here we have eyes in jars. This was a part of Bergenworth, but now it's just floating in a nightmare. It's not. Whoops. It's, yeah. I guess it's unseen as well. It's nowhere to be found. It can be accessed, though, with insight. Or by touching the mummy of that corpse. Touching that mummy, that corpse, that thing that we did. That's how we got here anyway. Yeah, crazy stuff. Alright, let's go over here first, I suppose. Real quick, I kind of want to make sure there's nothing more over here. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright, we'll just go across this here bridge. Back into here. But yeah, death is not the end for these folks. And they all, like, I'm sure they were led to believe that what they were doing was good or for their good, or maybe they were just crazy. Maybe they were obsessed with, they were all imbibing blood too, I'm sure, so they were all crazy and obsessed with what they were doing, what was going on with the church just as much as people like Lawrence and things were. So I don't know, maybe it was by choice, but either way, it wasn't a good idea. Wasn't a good idea at all. Isn't there a note? Yeah. Hunt the great ones. Hunt the great ones. Who would have left that, I wonder? Willem, maybe? Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like Willem's... It seems like it would be out of character for Willem, in my opinion. But maybe, I don't know. People from Bergenworth were going down into the labyrinth, so... Maybe. Well, maybe that is more characteristic of Willem, but he seems to be, in my mind, he's a little more, he's passive more so than he is, you know, hunt the great ones. That just doesn't seem like something he would say to me. But like I said, I do know people from Bergenworth definitely went down into the labyrinth, into the chalice dungeons. Ooh. Alright, you definitely want to come over in this corner to pick up your bloodstone chunk. Is there anything else? I guess, yeah. Alright. There's a door lightly around this corner, I believe, before we go over and fight that big old guy with the flaming fists over there. And I don't think there's anything on the ceilings in here. But you do want to come this way. There's an item. Actually, we already have, I believe, the highest form. Yeah, we have the highest form of communion. We're going to go over here. I'll show you where it is anyway. But it's kind of pointless at this point if you've already fought the, the thing. That's a lower grade of communion, the Celestial Emissary. So I've seen some speculation that the Celestial Emissary are actually aliens. You know, the kin are aliens from outer space, but I don't think that's the case. I think the kin were created, like I talked about earlier, as a way to communicate with Great Ones. Like they came about from trying to communicate with Great Ones. I don't know. The Nameless Moon Presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. That's just straight up telling us that is pale blood. The Moon Presence beckoned by Lawrence. That is pale blood. Gehrman is trapped. 3 third cores. This is a hint that we need three of those. There's some in there. We need 3 of them though. To beckon the Moon Presence. Or at least to have the insight. To know even what to do with it. I don't know. Woo! It's getting dangerous. Probably should heal up. Dodge. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Alright, let's head down here so that we can do. Alright. There's also a very, very important item down here, as well as this butthole. We gain insight just from seeing him.
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be. No, you didn't. Lord Amygdala?
Oh, but we did.
How did this come to pass? Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
I mean, yeah.
It pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now, you're witness to a miracle, and all the stronger for it. It's plain as a pikestaff. Now, say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know. All's well that ends well, I say.
That's some weird logic. That's some strange logic. I don't know. I don't know. There's so much that could be talked about, I guess, from that dialogue, but I'll avoid it, I guess.
No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot. Oh, doubt me not, sweet compeer. What is friendship but a chance encounter?
So he's essentially saying that we were a sacrifice to that so-called God, and that no harm done because we didn't know that. I mean, yeah, whatever. We do know that now, and the relationship cannot remain the same because he was clearly trying to sacrifice us to like a false god. That's bad.
Ah, well met. My apologies, but I feel a profound thought occurring on the good grace of a certain god and the way he meted out his love.
I don't totally get that dialogue. The way he divvied out his love, he had that's an annoying dialogue to me, if I'm just being honest, because it doesn't really seem like a complete thought. It just seems like he's just saying, "I'm thinking about that," and then he laughs about it. Also, he's wearing a medallion. I think we're going to see more. There's clearly fusing of beasts, and it looks here like there's fusing of human and beast that somehow happened here with Patches. Man, I don't know. It's strange. He also has a medallion on. I think that's just indicating that that's maybe from his former life as a human. Now he is this weird beast human fusion thing. This isn't out of revenge. Just want to show you guys what happens.
That was uncharitably done. That was uncharitably done, dear friend.
Yeah. He had the wisdom of the great ones. So he's been hanging out in here. Maybe there were experiments done on him by somebody. And through that, he gained the wisdom of the great ones. Or maybe that amygdala, he was sacrificing things to it, and it was giving him wisdom in return. He knew a lot, I think. Sheesh, this episode is already kind of running up in time. May have to cut it in two. I really, really don't want to. I'll try to get through it. Notice the baby's cry is starting to sound closer and closer. Oh yeah, those things come out. You don't want to mess with them. Just to let you guys know, I did put our frenzy resistance back on. Get back here. No. You will give us the bloodstone chunks. Alright, did put our frenzy resistance back on because up there is something that just by seeing it, just by being near it, causes frenzy. Which I'm finding out, watching videos and things online, is very much Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft. I mean, this is clearly an H.P. Lovecraft inspired thing, but I think I'm going to read some Lovecraft stuff now. Just because it seems interesting. I also have a game on GameCube. I think it's called Eternal Darkness, which is now clearly to me Lovecraftian. That essentially, that frenzy meter is an insanity meter, and it goes up. Man, I need to turn my headphones down again. It goes up just simply by seeing these things that make you insane. Like just seeing the creatures, seeing the great ones, seeing the great ones essentially, kind of causes you to go insane. And so when we gain more insight, we're learning, but we're also going insane. And that frenzy meter right there, that's just an indication of, like, it's an actual indication of insanity. Which is I don't know, super cool. Hey. Whoops. You want to call this guy over, and you can just let him sit there and be frenzied, essentially. And that's one method, but I like to take a more active approach because they're pretty easy to stun, honestly. Ooh. Oh, he died. That's fine. Alright, and we did get our blood echoes back. Let's just keep moving. Also, it makes sense that the Graveguard Doris's set has frenzy resistance because, I mean, he had a ton of insight. It makes sense that if insight makes you weak to frenzy, then yeah, you would want to wear something that has good frenzy resistance. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Alright, this up here, you actually just want to run past it and come back, or you don't even have to come back. You can just kind of do this if you really want to. Try to get a backstab. Looks like we're probably just going to die if we hang around there, though. But there's Bloodstone Chunk back there. You can fight those guys, honestly. Like, sometimes I have ran up to this door here, opened it, let them kind of de-aggro a little bit, and then turn around and fight them. It's one method. But honestly, you don't have to. They do drop Bloodstone Chunks, so I don't know. It's not the worst idea in the world to fight them, but you know what? We're running low on time, so we're not going to. Alright, so here's spiders. Massive spiders. In the school, the Nightmare of Mensis. I guess this is part of the school of Mensis. I don't know how the spiders fit in. They're really creepy. Really cool design. They also hit like a truck. They hit like a Mack truck. Alright. Let's see what happens if we go over here. Come on, bro. He's gonna drop down. Yep. Knew that was gonna happen. And he hit us every single time we'd hit him. Good gravy. Alright. Sheesh. That was a lot more of a trial than I thought it was going to be. Trial? Is that the right word? I don't know. Hey. Whoa! Never, ever, this is the first time I've ever even noticed that. That's cool. Alright, this is how I deal with this. I've never fought those spiders. Never fought the big one. Just, I don't know. Maybe I will someday. Oh, I will mention too, I did on another character, I'm doing an arcane build off camera. And I did finally, I fought that Dark Beast guy. The kind of homeless looking guy munching on people in the Forbidden Woods. And, I got some of that on footage. I might include it in this video, just for fun. 11 did him off there. That was a Scholar of Bergenworth. I guess maybe he's an unseen thinker trapped in the dream. I don't know. I don't know why he's here, how he's here. There's a chest over here we want to go grab. We did pick up those Shaman Bone Blades. To save a little bit of time, I'll just tell you, they're just used by the Watchers in the Underground Labyrinth. They just paralyze. They're not meant for battle. They're meant for more just sneaking up on people that are covered in spinal residue, green spinal residue. Just a cool item. Well, not a cool item. It's an item. I don't know. Yeah, it's a cool item. I guess I've never used it. Never ever used it. If you get the sneak on somebody, I guess. I don't know if that's a PvP friendly weapon. This might be a good stopping point. I will go out here real quick and do this battle. And then maybe cut this episode off, cut it in half. Oh, we should have done our awesome attack. These guys drop stones, so I don't really want to throw him off the mountainside. These guys will be frenzied by the thing in the tower. It's not a bad idea to just kind of let them walk through it as you're fighting them. You can parry them. We got plenty of frenzy resistance. We'll just take it if it happens. These guys aren't dropping any chunks. Let's see if this does a significant amount of damage or not. Yep, it sure does. Cool. Cool. Nothing. Alright. And then you get a lesser form of eye. And over there, it's just... That's the bridge we went across earlier. Alright. That's going to be it for this episode. I'll probably head back to the dream, do a few things off camera, and just meet you guys back here for the next episode and finish up this first half of the Nightmare of Mensis. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the next time.